guys, it's me Danielle, Danibuttons, and my life is hectic right now. So, what you're seeing, this is the corner of my bedroom. Everything's crazy. No, painting starts tomorrow officially, and I am displaced, I guess you can call it, from my office for possibly 2 weeks. I don't really know. What I do know is Noodles and I are going to spend our days at my cousin's house so that Noodles does not just bark at the painters for 2 weeks straight. So I figured I would give you a little tour of my new scrapbook bag and what I'm intending to bring. Now, this is the first time I'm using this bag, and it is not filled with scrapbooking stuff right now. It's mostly coloring stuff, but I'm going to show you everything. But this is definitely a test run. Also, I might end up in camera a little bit, and I look like a hobo right now. So I apologize for that. I'm just like in ridiculous pajamas. I don't know if I'm going to be in camera or not, so we will see. This is the We Are Memory Keepers. I think it has a name. Let's see. The Crafter's Backpack. Ooh, very descriptive. Samuel purchased this for me for Christmas from Scrapbook.com. Right now, this is like the only color that exists, but I like it a lot. So gray is one of my favorite colors, so I was happy to have this. I'm going to be filming this for you to get it up tomorrow, and then hopefully I'm going to pre-film something else, and hopefully I'm planning on like vlogging a little bit my painting experience. So you might be seeing that in the upcoming days too. Otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm going to get to you. In January, I really need to get you round 3 of the scavenger hunt. So those are some of my upcoming plans. Yes, I'm displaced from my office, so like half of my office stuff. This is my cart. I have one cart here, one cart next to my dresser. Sam is actually using my desk as his desk because mine has like 2 pieces, so we didn't want the painters to move it. This is my tray table. That's just going to be my desk. It's a whole thing. But back to the bag itself. Right now, it has a pocket here that is not currently being used. It has a zipper pocket here that is not currently being used. And then we have our first pocket that is being used. And in this pocket is my bullet journal. So I'm just bringing my bullet journal itself, which this year is this Oh My Blob Loistrum. I'm going to probably keep this out for ease. And then I also have this tiny little stencil that I got at Michael's, and this was actually for when traveler's notebooks were really, really popular. Obviously some people still use them, but like when there was a whole line at Michael's. So I just have been using this stencil, and then that's just my little 6-inch ruler in there. So that is what's in there. Next, we're going to talk about these 2 side pockets. So on this side, there is one very long side pocket that for now I actually just shoved my reading book into. Magical. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in here. It's a little bit too big. I think if it was like 50 more pages, it wouldn't fit. But for now it fits. I'm reading The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, in case anybody is also reading that and wants to discuss that coming up. But I think this pocket will in general be good for like my paper cutter and things like that. Or maybe thickers when I'm actually scrapbooking. But again, that's not what we're doing right now. And then the other side, this top one is empty, but this bottom one, I don't know if you can see my face, is just this little 4x6 photo case that I'm using to hold tiny cut up images. I plan on bringing some art journal cutting things with me, and whenever I cut them up, I'm going to put them in here until I can sort them into their forever homes. So this little pup I cut up, and I don't know about anyone else, but when I travel, when I pack to travel to craft, I overpack so much. It's ridiculous. So I assume that's what I've done now. I don't know what of this I'll touch, but just in case, I like to have it with me. So then we have the top big pocket, and up top, let's see what you can see. Also trying to not be too much in the lighting, which is difficult. I'm kind of like opening something and walking back to the camera. So in that top zipper pocket, I'm not going to take it out because I think you can pretty much see it, but I have my nail file, which I feel like I can't travel without. That's how I at least attempt to keep my nails nice, is that any snags I get rid of them as soon as possible. I have my bullet journal highlighter of the month. I have my Tombow pen to do outlining for Disney books. I have a white erase, those thingies, whiteout, excuse me. I have a whiteout. I have a pencil. I have my bullet journal colors of the month, and I have my favorite little scraper tool that I use for everything. So that is what's in that. Then if I tilt this, hopefully, see, my camera's too far away. All right, well, hopefully you can see this. It has 3 pockets. So this top pocket, I have my Color It glitter gel pens, and I have my Shuttle Art permanent markers that I am obsessed with. And then that pocket is only half deep. So the other half is actually secretly in the back, which this is a really cool function. And you could either open that half pocket, and if you open it, you can use it as full 12 by 12 storage. But if you keep it closed, you have this secret pocket, and the secret pocket has my Cali Arts in there. So I really love this idea for when I have smaller things, like for scrapbooking especially, so I can keep different embellishments on both levels. So yes, as you can see, this has the potential to open up and be full, but this is where those other pens and markers were sitting right on top of it, and I just think that'll be good, and that way I'm not like stacking these all together, and it's easier to get to each one if I need it or want it. When, again, I'm scrapbooking, I plan on putting like a bunch of little embellishments down there, and then like maybe my photos on top and other tools on top, and it'll keep everything nice and segmented for me. This is also really easy to take apart and put back together, so I'm not really worried about taking everything out to show you. But back to the top again. Let me see if you can see this time. I don't know. All right, so what I have in here is there's 2 pockets that are full length. And the first pocket I have cutting stuff, art journal stuff, and the second one I have coloring books. So I'm bringing my mat, which is just what I put between everything to keep from bleed through. And especially when I'm not at my own home, I want to extra protect any surfaces. I am bringing my folder of newspaper images that have already been ripped out and that I just either need to fuzzy cut or choose what I need to cut out of. We will see. I am bringing my things to cut out in collage. This was given to me by Jenny from Rainy Day Coloring, and it's a lot of fun, but it takes a long time to fussy cut, so I think this should be perfect when I'm just at her house for long periods of time to try to make some progress in here and get some more awesome images out. I've done 2 full pages so far, and then I actually gifted 2 pages, one right back to Jenny, of all the creepy bird heads. So, and then I have 2 magazines. I just picked 2 random ones, and that way if I want to rip anything else out, I can. So this is the, I think, most recent Women's Health and the most recent Elle magazine. I subscribe to about nearly 10 magazines right now because I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again in case you want to get into art journaling. If you bought this magazine on the magazine stand, it would be, I think these ones would be like $8 and these ones would be like $15 or something, I think, astronomical. But if you subscribe to them, I'm pretty sure I got 12 issues of Women's Health for $5 or something crazy like that. All incredibly good deals. So overall, maybe I did spend like $60 on magazine subscriptions, but for like 90 issues of magazines. It's an amazing number when you do the math. And then obviously I have a big stockpile right now of magazines to choose from, so I might just cancel all these subscriptions after it, and I'll have a lot of supplies for a long time. So that is it in my art journal pocket. And now for my coloring pocket, I have a, what are you called? Clipboard. I love clipboards. I've always loved clipboards. Usually my cousin gives me a tray table to work on. Obviously, she would also like let me work on her table, but then I would not be in the room with her, so I'd rather be near her and usually work on her little tray table, but if not, I can use my clipboard for some stuff. And also, look at this bag, fits this beautifully. So this is Color Quest, and this is one of the books I want to finish this year, so I figure I might as well bring it. who knows what I'm going to get to, but I like having choices. I like being ridiculous. And I also just wanted to test run this book. I also have just a plain line notebook in case I want to take any notes of any sort. What those would be, I have no idea. But if we ever end up like playing card games or things, I would keep score in books like this, so I always keep one on me. And sometimes I'll like pre-write out my journal pages before I actually journal them because I'm a crazy lady. So my cousin is actually working from home, so she'll be there, and her daughter is doing online learning, so she'll be there. So basically during the day, it will be just me and my bag of goodies, and then we watch movies and things like that. And then when they're done with work and school, sometimes we'll hang out and do stuff together. But I'm going to be there maybe 10 days, so I don't know how much they're going to want to hang out with me. But then I have a Disney coloring book. This is a Trompe l'Oeil Volume 1, which is the Optical Illusions book. I like these books because if nothing else, I can just do some outlining. And then it's just a regular coloring book. So my theme for the month of January is, quote, new movies, which is basically movies from the 2010s. So there's a few choices in here that will work for that. I think there's a few Moana pages and a bunch of pages from Big Hero 6, which both came out in the 2010s. So that'll be great. Then we got my, there was a index card in there. The 100 Beautiful Mandalas by Camila Angelkova. I love this book. I am obsessed. I've probably done nearly half of it so far. So it's just really easy to travel with. And again, I'm bringing my glitter gel pens and my Cali art markers, which is what I use in here. So this is really easy to even get one of these done a day while I am gone. And I can have like her daughter pick colors for me, or she'll pick colors for me, or pick random colors. We will see. Then I have, I pulled two at once. I have Woodland Wonder by Jen Racine. Nikki from Nikki Nagra is doing a color along with Jen Racine books this month, so I figured I'd bring one. Also, Shayna from Shayna and Colorland gifted this to me, and she bought herself a copy too, and we might end up doing a buddy color, so I just want to have it on me in case we get to do that while I'm there. So, and of course, it's also nice to have a nice variety. So this book is super, super cute, and I'm excited to get some pages done in that. Then I have Christmas Delights, cross-stitch style adult coloring book by Alice Mills Publishing. I'm obsessed with this book, and my goal for Jolly Coloring 2021 hashtag, which is my all-year Christmas coloring, is to do at least 2 Christmas pages a month. I'm also kind of hoping that one of them has the potential of being a more intense page, but for travel and only having markers with me, this is definitely my go-to choice. I'm also really hoping to finish this book up as soon as possible. And then the final 2 that are in here are both brand new, and the 2 newest Belba family releases. This first one is the third volume of their Square Mandalas. The first one I think is called Square Mandalas. The second one is Animal Mandalas, and this one is called Happiness. And I love these books, and these are just nice, bright colored mandalas. And then this is their new series, the 3-color series, which is very similar to the Quirkles book, if you've had those before. But this is their square format. So you only need 3 different colors, and you just need a light, medium, and dark. So you can do monochrome, black and white, monochrome, one color, or you can get crazy and pick different colors. And what I like is they have examples, so you can just kind of pick one from each column, and I think that's super cool. So I'm hoping to get some of these done, but if not, I just really like this idea. I'm not like super excited that it's celebrities, but we will see. I know that my cousin also does like some celebrities more than I do, so I'm gonna see, maybe she'll want a page out of this bad boy, TBD. But that, I think, is the whole contents of my bag. So as you can see, it can hold a ton. I think this is much more than enough for what I'm gonna need for 2 weeks. And again, you can see my cart poking out. If I come home and decide that I want to switch out supplies, I definitely can. I just like trying to be as prepared as possible. You can also see, I'll show you my stack of Squishmallows. that are now stuck sitting there. Basically, I got that one to have as a Christmas decoration, and then I was like, oh no, but when I put it away, I'm gonna need another one. So I got the hippo, and then I got the bee as a gift, and now I feel guilty and don't want to put the bear away. So for now, this is where they're sitting, but we will see what happens going forward. But I know this was a weird video. I hope that it was enjoyable to you, and this is also a pretty good idea if you ever need to travel anywhere, to try to vary up your types of books and bring books that you can use the same supplies for, is basically my biggest tips with that. I'll link the bag down below. I think it's only available on scrapbook.com currently. I don't know if it's going to come to Amazon or anything like that, but I've used We Are Memory Keeper products for years and years, and they've always been nice quality, so I have faith in that bag. It feels really nice. It's got padded arm strappy doos. This is all padded, so I think it will work out really nicely, and it'll be easy for me to carry around myself, because sometimes paper and art supplies get very heavy. But thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this is super weird. I will be back, I hope, in 2 days with something new. Otherwise, if things are weird for the next week or two, I apologize. But no, I wish I was here, and I will be back as soon as possible. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time. Like this video down below. Comment anything you want to comment, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.